Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review. And you guys, first things first, I get asked all the time, where are you? Where are the videos? When are you making your next video? And you guys, we're getting closer to the NFL season. The closer we get, the more you're going to see me, the more videos I'm going to do, the more I have stuff to talk about and want to come up here and make more videos. So don't worry. We're getting closer. You'll see more of me. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. The channel's not gonna stop. We're moving on, all right. But first thing I want to talk about is Monte Nicholson. His charges were dropped, and this is a big deal for us because Monte Nicholson. We don't know if he might get suspended by the NFL. Not sure. We don't know yet. So we're still waiting on that. But his charges were dropped, so the legal ramifications. He's not going to get in trouble. So that's good news for us. I was a huge fan of Monte Nicholson. I'll see if I can find the picture last year when I was talking to my cousin. I told you guys this story once before. When we were getting Clinton Dix, I was talking to my cousin and I was like, hey, that's cool. Do you think, maybe he'll start, playing some special teams and then, we'll use him in certain situations? And my cousin's like, what are you talking about? Clinton Dix is like the third ranked safety in the NFL right now or something. I'm like, really? I just didn't know that. Then I looked it up and he was playing to that caliber of, being the top in the NFL. So I was like, dang, what the hell, man? And then I sat there and I told him, I was like, dude, I don't know. I don't like this idea of taking Monte Nicholson out and playing Clinton Dix instead. I feel like what we had going, it's been so long since we've had good safety play in DC, and then all of a sudden when we have things working out well and we're sitting here talking about how good this rookie is, I'm not sure if he was a rookie last year, but still we're sitting here saying how good this kid is, and then we're sitting here gonna just take him out. And I don't understand why we're messing with the chemistry when we sat here and we're like sitting here talking about how good our safety play has been throughout the season up until that point. Now, yes, he did get in trouble, and who knows? Maybe him being benched had something to do with it. Maybe it flipped a switch in his head, and he was just pissed off. And who knows? Maybe that didn't happen until after he was benched. So I'm stoked that he's going to be coming back. I don't think we're going to be able to find anybody else to play safety better than Monte Nicholson, and I can already tell that I'm going to be screwing up sooner or later. You're going to hear from me. You're going to hear me say Montez Nicholson, because now we got Monte and Montez Sweat. So I'm sure at some point I'm going to make the mistake. I can already tell this is going to be some mistake I'm going to make when I'm sitting here talking about Monte Nicholson. I'm going to say Montez Nicholson. I can tell, all right? I'm sorry. But if you ever hear me say that, I'm sorry. It's just two players I want to talk about all the time. They're, it's going to be, probably gonna be switching in between both of them all the time, and I'm gonna make that mistake sooner or later. You're gonna hear me make that mistake. So, okay, well that's it about Monte Nicholson. Moving on to what this video is really about, which is me thanking Redskins fans for doing what you're supposed to do and not putting up with mediocrity and putting up with how this football team has been ran. And every time I go on the Washington Redskins Facebook page and say they put out an article or something, and I'm just there, I'm reading it, and I go down into the comments section to see, what other Redskins fans think. At the top of the list, every single time, a picture of Bruce Allen, #fire Bruce Allen, is thumbs up, is liked, is one of the most liked things on every single Redskins post. And then there's a interview with Bruce Allen that JP Finley, he was like, hey, do you understand, do you realize the fan discontent with you right now and the #fire Bruce Allen movement and stuff like that? And he said, yeah, I'm aware of it, or this or that. We don't now, it's too early to say. It's too early to say whether this draft class is going to be really good for us or not. We don't know yet, but man, I mean, on paper, what we did this year, is something different. This could be, culture changing for the Redskins. Getting a quarterback and elite pass rusher all in the first round of the draft. Showing that we can actually do, like, we know what the hell we're talking about for once. And it's just like every time you see, someone like on ESPN or something like that talk about the Redskins, they're like, man, I gotta give the Redskins credit for not spending a bunch of draft picks to move up and just go get a quarterback and this or that. They're not doing what they used to do all the time, and why we always used to make fun of them. They didn't do that. They have one of the best drafts on paper, da 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 da. And that didn't happen without you guys. That didn't happen without the Redskins fans not going to football games, the Redskins fans showing their discontent. Now, we didn't ultimately get what we wanted. We wanted Bruce Allen gone. All right, we wanted him gone. And there's points where we wanted Jay Gruden gone as well. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Jay Gruden. I really like Jay Gruden. I've always really liked Jay Gruden, but at a certain point, like what made me, cross the line and say, if Jay Gruden's gone, I wouldn't mind, was the whole DJ Swearinger thing. It's like, to me, you're a coach, and you have to, whether you have to have like a heart-to-heart with someone or something like that, you let DJ Swearinger, one of our best defensive players, talk himself off of the football team. That's like your job. You're a coach. You're supposed to be a player's coach. You're supposed to be in there talking to the guys all the time. How you can't let that happen. Like, that's what, pissed me off to the point where I was like, okay, if he's gone or whatever. But if you really look at it, like, what other coach could be doing the shit that Jay Gruden did with, I think the last 2 years the Redskins were had the most people on IR during the season at points in the season or something like that, and we're still have a team that fights. I just I don't know if any other coach could do what he did really, but yeah, the discontent, like, people are not putting up with this shit, and it shows by people not going to the games. Daniel Snyder's pissed off. People aren't coming to the games, not spending money. The team is pissed off. There's nothing but like Eagles fans in our stadium. Our stadium's a home game for every other team because the Redskins fans we're through, dude. We were just through with it, and without you guys actually stepping up and doing something about it and making our voices heard. Of course, we didn't get exactly what we wanted. We didn't get Bruce Allen gone, you know what I mean? But what we have seen this year, we've seen Bruce Allen. We know what Bruce Allen is. Bruce Allen has not had the best of drafts in the past. He has some hits, like the Alfred Morrises of the world. That was a good pick and stuff like that. But he just is not. He's not good, dude. He's not good. We know what he is. We've seen his track record. He's been here long enough. We know what he is. And then all of a sudden, when he has all this immense pressure on him, he knows. He verbally said it in an interview. Yes, I know fans are not a fan of me right now, this or that. He did something. He I don't know what it was, whether he just stepped aside and let football people make football decisions finally or something like that. I don't know what he did, but that's what this premise of this video is for. Just saying, thank you for not sitting around and being content with this. And, it's hard to say because if you're a true fan, there's going to be people who are saying, oh, you got to go to football games, you got to support the team no matter what. And then there's going to be other hardcore fans who are like, we need change, and without us putting our foot down, nothing's going to change. So, I understand both sides of that, but it looks like so far, we haven't seen anything happen. We haven't seen we just started to see some of our rookies show up and, work out and stuff like that. But so we haven't seen anything yet. It's still too early to tell, but it's been a long time since we've seen people on ESPN talking, nice about the Redskins and the draft that they had and the steals that they got and da 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 da. It's been a long time, and like I said, it was the Redskins fans who put their foot down and made it crystal clear that You want to see no fans come to games next year. You want to see people not tune in to watch. You keep going down the path you're going down. And of course, like I said, yet again for like the third time, we wanted Bruce Allen gone, but I mean, he I don't know what he did, or who he's listening to, or who he has making decisions now or whatever, but that man flipped the switch because he knows that he was at the end of his rope. And so that's basically it. Now the last little thing I want to throw in here before I end this video is just, I've seen this happen way too often. I've seen way too many Redskin fans making fun of the Giants for the Daniel Jones pick. You're not going to hear me joking and laughing about it, all right? And I suggest that a lot of people out there don't laugh about it either. I understand what you think Daniel Jones is, and I understand, how much, you've seen him play in college or whatever. I haven't. I don't really watch college football like that, and still, you're not going to sit here and see me laughing that they took Daniel Jones. Do I think that they could have gotten better value for their, what was it, 6th overall pick or whatever, than picking Daniel Jones? Yes. They could have probably picked somebody else, and then they could have probably still had Daniel Jones later on. I'm saying don't laugh at the pick. We have not seen this kid play football yet in the NFL. And just don't be that guy who freaking knows, dude. Daniel Jones might come into the NFL and be something that he wasn't in college. You never know. You never know. And that's all I'm saying is you got to tone it back. I've seen way too many Redskin fans. I've seen way too many, Eagles fans and Cowboys fans just jumping on this and making a huge celebrational joke that they took Daniel Jones. We haven't seen this kid play yet. And until I see him play, whether it's just, I know he's going to be sitting on the bench or whatever for a while, but we still haven't seen this man in action, all right? In the NFL. It's a whole different animal. Who knows? Who knows? Daniel Jones might end up being better than Dwayne Haskins. We don't know yet. And that's why you're not going to see me laughing. You're not going to see me. I haven't seen the kid play at all yet. So, just want to throw that in there. Now, of course, you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just advising you. It would be smart of you to not sit here and be one of those people who thinks something about Daniel Jones, or, oh, he was bad in college, so guess what? He's going to be bad in the NFL. Man, I've seen a bunch of shit happen, and there's some things about Daniel Jones I like. Daniel Jones is the type of quarterback who is going to keep his mouth shut. He's going to go up there and, basically be like Eli Manning or Peyton Manning. He's going to say all the right things and do all the right things. He's not going to do the Dwayne Haskins thing where when he got, Dwayne Haskins is sitting there and, he got bypassed or whatever, and then there's the video of him, visually upset and like laughing and joking that, he got passed up by the Giants or whatever. Well, maybe that's why, dude, because maybe your attitude or something. I don't know Dwayne Haskins. I've actually been watching more videos of him. I was actually a little bit concerned, to be honest. I've seen a few things from Dwayne Haskins that had me a little bit concerned in the, with his attitude and stuff like that. Now, the thing is, these are young, guys that we're talking about. You know what I mean? They're just, got drafted. They're all like 20 years old. You know what I mean? So it doesn't blow my mind that there could be some personality issues or stuff like that, because these are young guys. But I watched a video on the Redskins actual official YouTube page, and it was like get to meet Dwayne Haskins. Watch that video, and I'm completely after watching that, and I got to see him talk a little bit more, and he was much more humble and things like that. I'm not worried anymore. But for a minute there, I've seen some things, like him, just spending a shit ton of money and stuff like that, just doing young rookie things, that's stuff that RG3 would have done, you know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. So I was a little worried there, just a little worried for a second. But then when I seen, like I said, I recommend you also go to see and watch this video from the Washington Redskins YouTube channel. Get to meet Dwayne Haskins. You get to hear him talk and stuff like that. He was much more humble. Like, that's the most humble I've seen the kid so far. So, I have, flipped the switch on that one. I'm not so much worried anymore. Now we just gotta see him play. We just gotta see him play. Gotta wait and see. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I don't know what my next video is gonna be. I come up with ideas all the time, but sometimes it's just, one little news thing. I'm not gonna jump up one here for. But the thing is, like, Monte Nicholson, that's a big deal to me. You know what I mean? I told you I was gonna do it. Damn it! I told you I was gonna do it. Monte Nicholson, Monte Nicholson. I like Monte Nicholson, dude. I really do. I think if he stays healthy, he hurts himself all the time with all the big ass hits he does. If he stays on the football field by not either hurting himself or hurting somebody else, I think he can be a really good player. We need, and that's another thing is, Landon Collins is a great safety, but who knows, man? He could come here and he could be looking like Clinton Dix. We don't know. We gotta see. And I know what we have seen out of Monte Nicholson, and I like the kid a lot. That's news to me. That's worthy of coming up here and making a video all by itself. Is Monte Nicholson not being in trouble? You know what I mean? But then there's just some other news things that happen all the time, and I want to make a video, but it's just like. We're getting closer and closer to football where we can actually see people on the field. It's going to be much more exciting coming up. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for all that, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, hail to the Redskins. See you in the next one. Peace.